Hi, welcome back. This is Patricia Stuart of Patricia Stuart Originals. You know, I was toying with an idea. I'm sure that we all use fabric softener sheets, dryer sheets, to dry our clothes. And long before gel plates came into existence, maybe 15 years or so ago, I was collecting my softener sheets and experimenting with them. And I found that hand painting on them worked very well. And I was able to hand paint them. They took to the paint well, acrylic paint, and I was able to attach them to some felt and sew them using zigzag decorative stitches from the machine. And so that was like many years ago. And so I said, let me go back to softener sheets and let's see how well they work on the gel plate. And so I'll show you a couple of examples. Might be something you would be interested in doing. First, I'm working with an 8x10 gel plate, and I'm going to start with a solid color pull first. And I'm going to use yellow ochre. Now, these softener sheets are like a lightweight netting. So you definitely don't want to use a lot of paint on the gel plate. You don't want to saturate it. The paint goes through, the netting. But you just want enough paint where you're able to lay your softener sheet and still pick up a color. So let's see what happens. So I want to pull a solid color first. And I suggest that you use another piece of paper on top so that you don't get the paint over your hands. I'm using a sheet of deli paper. And I just want to, the good thing is you can see through the deli paper that the paint is going onto the softener sheet. Okay. And so yes, here we have it. Let me put this down so that you can see that it picked up the yellow ochre quite well. Okay, so we will lay that aside. And now I want something of a design. So the next color I will work with is Indian Yellow Hue. These are nice earth tones, colors for the season as we are about to shift into fall. Okay. And I'm going to use one of my homemade stencils. I made 2 new stencils. And so I'm going to lay this. This looks like leaves. And even though the Indian yellow is close to the family of the yellow ochre, but you'll still get a slightly different color underneath. So now I want to push in, as I can see, like the cuts in the stencil, the leaf cuts. You can see it going onto the softener sheet. Okay, and here's the effect of that. Let me take away a little of this light in here. I don't know if you can see that. You can see some of the effect of it. And that's what we want. Maybe you can see that a little better. Is the light effects of the prints that you have. It's a light netting and you can see right through it. Okay, so now I want to add another color that's a little darker. So I'm going to go with some quinacridone nickel. And I'm going to use the same stencil. Just repositioned a little differently so that these colors now can show through. So I'm using the same stencil, but I'm turning it upside down this time. And I'm going to lay the softener sheet crosswise against it. And I'll do the same as before. Push the color in to the stencil. You can see it going in. Okay, and there we have it. It's beautiful, nice effect. Now I'm going to add another color with a different stencil. I'm going to go with an even darker color, which is Burnt Umber Light. These are nice colors of fall. Okay, going in with this other stencil I made. I think I'll turn it around this way. And I'm going to lay this softener sheet once again on top. Press the color in. And that makes a beautiful design. As you can see here, you get all four, well, three colors. We started with yellow ochre in the background, and the darker paint covered that a little bit, but you do see it in all the lines and the other spaces. You get that color. And so you can try another one. I will use the same stencils, but a different color paints. Let's see if I can. Now, I'm not concerned with wiping off just the plate. All of those ghost prints and other things doesn't really show through. Okay, so let's try it again using, I'm going to start with white as my base color. Maybe a little bit more than I need. Okay, with another clean sheet of softener paper, I just want to pull a solid white. And again, I like using the deli paper because I can see through enough to see that it's coming through. Oh, it took up a little brown as well, but that's okay. And so now I'm going to go in with chromium oxide green. Then I will lay my stencil down. It's okay that a little bit of white came in. So I'll lay the same leaf-like stencil. Get a little green to show up. Beautiful. Okay, there's the green. Okay, now using the same stencil, see if we can take a little bit of this green up. I'm going to use cadmium red. And I'm going to put down the same stencil, but position it differently. Turn it upside down this time and position this across to get some of the red to come through, going a slightly different direction than the green. So we have it there. You have the green and the red leaves going on. And I'm going to layer it with one more color using the second stencil. Just using some newsprint to get some of the red out. So now I'm going to go with some teal. And we'll go with the second stencil. Once again, pushing the color in. So whatever stencils you have, you can do the same thing. If you have some stencils that have, you know, little larger openings, not too large, but you can get the same effect. And here are the colors, which I think are really nice. And this is with softener paper. Softener sheets. And so here was the first one that we did, and the second. So don't throw away those softener sheets. You never know what you can make out of it. At the end of the video, I will show you the photo of 15 years ago, hand-painted softener sheets, and how I created a two-pocket wall hanging for all of my knitting needles and my knitting notions. Thank you so much for stopping by today.